Jungkook's name echoed again in the middle of the discussion of the international entertainment world. Not because a new solo song, not because of a spectacular stage performance, but because the public is starting to see a pattern that feels strange but difficult to ignore. After the football world was once made a commotion by Jungkook's appearance on the opening stage of the FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022, now Lisa's name is suddenly dragged into the same big conversation. Many Korean entertainment media even started using a term that made fans immediately excited. Jungkook's lucky trace is now like moving to Lisa. It all started when FIFA was talked about again on international social media. Lisa's name suddenly appeared in various global discussions, especially after a number of reports and speculations said that the influence of K-pop idols on the world sports stage is now getting bigger. Netizens immediately remember one moment that has not been forgotten by ARMY or the world public. When Jungkook performed the song Dreamers in Qatar in 2022, many people initially doubted FIFA's decision to collaborate with a South Korean idol as the main face of such a big event. But that night changed everything. The magnificent stadium filled with tens of thousands of spectators turned into a sea of spotlight when Jungkook appeared with a charisma that was hard to explain. Even those who are not fans of K-pop also admit that the appearance feels different. The world seems to stop for a few minutes just to see how a Korean idol is able to dominate the biggest football stage on the planet. After the performance, Jungkook's name immediately dominated the global trending. His performance videos were watched hundreds of millions of times, and the international media was busy writing about how FIFA managed to attract the attention of the younger generation through Jungkook. Now, a few years after that historic moment, the public began to see the same vibe in Lisa. Many fans feel that FIFA has found a new global magnet from the K-pop industry. Lisa's figure is considered to have an international appeal that is very similar to Jungkook. He has a large fan base in various countries, extraordinary social media influence, and a stage image that is considered to be able to penetrate language and cultural boundaries. Because of that, when Lisa's name started to be associated with FIFA, the internet immediately exploded. In South Korea, online forums are filled with netizens' comments comparing Lisa's phenomenon with Jungkook's. Some call this as the curse of FIFA's luck. Some say that FIFA is now aware that the influence of K-pop is much greater than they ever imagined. Some entertainment media even wrote that after Jungkook's success, the world's big organizations began to race to approach Korean idols to get the attention of the global generation. But what makes the situation even hotter is the reaction of the international public. Many fans believe that what happened to Lisa is not an ordinary coincidence. They saw the same pattern as when Jungkook was first announced to appear in FIFA. At first, it was just a small rumor. Then the media began to discuss it secretly. After that, the idol's name suddenly went viral in various countries. And finally, the world was excited when everything really happened. The pattern is now considered to be surrounding Lisa. Lisa's name itself does have a power that is hard to refute. As a member of Blackpink, he has built a huge global image. Its popularity in Southeast Asia, Europe, America, to the Middle East makes many international brands continue to hunt it. Even many entertainment observers believe that Lisa is no longer just a K-pop idol, but a symbol of international pop culture. Because of that, when FIFA started to be associated with him, the public felt that this was not an ordinary rumor. Interestingly, many of Jungkook's old fans actually enlivened the conversation. They said that Jungkook has opened a new path for Korean idols on the world sports stage. In the past, many people underestimated the possibility of an idol appearing in the world's biggest football event. But after Jungkook proves it, everything changes. Now other big names from K-pop are starting to be considered worthy to stand on the same stage. Social media is also becoming increasingly wild. Jungkook's video clip in Qatar went viral again, along with Lisa's photos circulating on the internet. Netizens began to make edits, theories, and even dramatic narratives about FIFA's lucky stick, which has now changed hands. Some fans said that Jungkook's global aura is now starting to be seen on Lisa. There are also those who believe that FIFA is trying to repeat the great success that they have felt with Jungkook. But behind all that, there is one thing that makes the public completely silent. This phenomenon shows how the Korean entertainment industry has completely changed in the eyes of the world. In the past, K-pop was only considered an Asian regional trend. Now an organization as big as FIFA can't ignore its influence. Jungkook proves that a Korean idol is capable of becoming a global face of world sports. And now Lisa is considered to be walking on the same path. Many fans admitted that they got goosebumps to see how the names of the two greatest idols of this generation continue to be associated with big international moments. Jungkook once made the world's stadiums sing together. Now Lisa is said to be able to create a new wave of the same size. No wonder if the public started calling them South Korea's global weapon. In the midst of all those speculations, one thing became very clear. The world now no longer sees K-pop as an ordinary entertainment. Its influence has entered sports, fashion, culture, and even global diplomacy. Jungkook opened the door in a spectacular way. And now, Lisa looks like the next figure who is ready to make the world excited again. The public may not know how this story will end. FIFA has not fully opened all of their cards. But the internet is already too crowded to stop speculation. Lisa's every move is now being watched. Every upload about FIFA is immediately associated with it. And day by day, the theory about Jungkook's luck trace is getting harder to ignore. What makes this story feel dramatic is the fact that it all started from an appearance that was once doubted by many people. Jungkook proves that music and football can come together in an amazing way. Now the world is waiting to see if Lisa will really be the next chapter of that great history. And if that really happens, then the magnificent nights of FIFA in the future may no longer be remembered only because of goals or trophies, but also because of how Korean idols managed to make the world stop for a moment, just to watch them shine on the biggest stage on the planet. The conversation about Jungkook and Lisa has not shown any signs of easing. In fact, day by day, the atmosphere on social media feels hotter. There is something different from the way the public talks about these two big names. Usually entertainment rumors come and go in a matter of days. But this time, the story of FIFA's lucky trace turned into a global phenomenon that continues to grow like a snowball. In various online platforms, netizens began to connect many things that were previously considered a common coincidence. They remember how the world had doubted FIFA's decision when choosing Jungkook as one of the main faces on the stage of FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022. At that time, criticism came from various directions. Some people question why a K-pop idol is given such a big stage. There are also those who think that football and Korean music do not have a strong relationship. But that opening night actually became one of the most viral moments in the history of modern FIFA. The video of Jungkook singing Dreamers is still playing until now. Even many football fans who are not K-pop fans admit that the performance succeeded in creating an emotional atmosphere that is hard to forget. Camera highlights, stadium lights, and millions of spectators from all over the world made Jungkook's name soar far beyond the limits of the ordinary music industry. He is no longer just an idol. He turned into a global symbol who is able to unite pop culture and sports in one giant stage. Now the public sees almost the same image on Lisa. The difference is, this time the atmosphere feels bigger and wilder. If in the past Jungkook was considered a big FIFA experiment, now the world already knows the impact that can be produced by K-pop idols on the international stage. Because of that, when Lisa's name began to be associated with FIFA, the public reaction was no longer full of doubt. On the contrary, many people actually feel that something big is really being prepared. In South Korea, several entertainment media began to highlight how Lisa's influence in the international world has grown very quickly in recent years. As a member of Blackpink, Lisa is known to have an extraordinarily large fandom power. But what makes many people surprised is how his popularity is able to reach the general public outside of K-pop fans. His name often appears in world-class fashion events, international advertisements, to various global projects involving big brands. This is what makes many observers believe that FIFA sees the same potential as they used to see in Jungkook. They need a figure who is not only famous, but also able to attract the attention of the world's young generation. And in the eyes of many people, Lisa has all those elements. What makes the atmosphere more emotional is the reaction of Jungkook's old fans. Many ARMY admitted that they were proud because what Jungkook did before turned out to open a much bigger path for other Korean idols. They feel that Jungkook has proven to the world that Asian artists are able to stand on par with the big Western names on the international sports stage. Because of that, when Lisa started to be mentioned following the same steps, many fans saw it as a continuation of history, not just a coincidence. But the internet always has its own way to make everything feel more dramatic. There are various wild theories that continue to spread non-stop. Some believe that FIFA is deliberately looking for a figure with global energy like Jungkook. There are also those who say that every idol who succeeds in reaching the FIFA stage will experience a huge surge in popularity. Even some netizens joke that FIFA now seems to have a secret formula that always manages to make the world excited through K-pop stars. On the other hand, international media began to join the flow of the conversation. Article by article discusses how K-pop has now turned into a global cultural force that cannot be separated from major international events. In the past, a stage like FIFA was synonymous with a famous Western singer. But now the world is starting to see a big change. Asia, especially South Korea, is no longer just a global cultural audience. They are now the center of the world attention. Jungkook's name is often referred to as the starting point of that change. His appearance in Qatar is considered to open the eyes of many international organizations that the influence of the K-pop fandom is really extraordinary. When Jungkook performed, the internet was almost paralyzed by the explosion of online talk. The global trending is filled with its name for hours. The clip of his performance spread all over the world in just a few minutes. And most surprisingly, public attention to FIFA has increased drastically among international youth. Because of that, the public believes that FIFA is impossible to forget the huge impact. And now, when Lisa begins to enter their circle of conversation, many people feel that the great history may be repeated. But there is one small detail that makes fans even more goosebumps. Many netizens noticed that both Jungkook and Lisa have almost the same stage aura, calm, mysterious, but explode when performing in front of the public. They are considered to have a rare ability to make people who were initially not interested suddenly pay attention. This aura is believed to be the reason why these two names feel so suitable for a stage as big as FIFA.